All right, so I want to talk about this DeAndre Hopkins situation. DeAndre Hopkins is scheduled to come and visit with the New England Patriots this week coming up. And the topic of discussion is, does he fit with the New England Patriots? Now, I believe DeAndre Hopkins definitely does fit within the New England Patriots system. And we made some changes. We got rid of Jacoby Myers. We signed Juju Smith-Schuster. And I believe DeAndre Hopkins will be the perfect number one receiver to play in that system behind Bill O'Brien, who is now running the offense. And Juju can slide over to the number two position, where Juju is more of a natural talent at the number two position, because when he was a number one in Pittsburgh, he did decent, but it didn't really work out that well when he was with Antonio Brown. So on this show here up on Game with TJ Houshmandzadeh, LeVar Arrington, and Plaxico Burress, they're talking about DeAndre fitting with the Patriots. And TJ Houshmandzadeh brought up the practice situation. Now, I haven't followed the Texans when DeAndre Hopkins was down there. I'm not sure about what his particular situation is in Arizona as far as practice goes. But TJ Houshmandzadeh brought up a situation, and I want to play some of his comments here below. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video. Hit the subscribe button for more New England Patriots news, and I'll get my commentary after I play this. So go ahead and listen to this.
I don't know, but people say DeAndre Hopkins does not like to practice. He's going to practice 1 day per week. From all I hear with Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, no, that ain't working with him, boss. That's not working. So now you got an offensive coordinator that got rid of you in your prime. You're going to a team that wants its players to practice and practice hard. You don't do it. You in Arizona, weather's great. You don't want to practice there. You don't want to practice in Houston when you're young. You think now, I'm 31, I want to practice in bad weather.
This is the particular part I wanted to touch on. DeAndre Hopkins, and it's not just limited to DeAndre Hopkins, but any receiver, any player, period, at 31, going at that age and started to really start battling certain injuries, they're not going to want to practice in cold weather, much less go and travel and spend the majority of their time in cold weather. And this is something that not comparison, but in partnership with whatever his relationship may or may not be with Bill O'Brien, because we don't know where they are right now at this point in time. I don't think they're really holding any grudges together. They just probably don't really necessarily want to be around each other. More so on DeAndre's side of things, I would believe, because of who he traded you for. But when you add those two things together, it makes me think this is just going to be one of those situations where DeAndre Hopkins comes in, looks at his options, and says, okay, I did my due diligence, but I'm not going to sign here. Now, the only way I'm starting to see DeAndre Hopkins actually considering us is the lack of suitors that he has available that are really trying to go out there and get him. He hasn't really gotten the amount of calls in which I think he should have for a receiver of his caliber and his talent level, because I still think that DeAndre Hopkins is still an elite receiver. So for his phone to not necessarily be ringing off the hook makes me think we have an opportunity to possibly get him. So I want to know what you guys think down below about this practice situation and our chances at actually landing DeAndre Hopkins as he comes to visit this week with the Patriots. Hit the subscribe button for more Patriots news. Hit the like button on this video, and I will see you in the next clip.